Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright, that's that. Nice. You're pardoned. Okay. You need more martyrs, Dan. Have you? You need 3. You need 2 ultra ones. Okay. Can you introduce it?
Okay. Hello. We are Joe and Dan, and we hate Batman, Superman.
Well, you haven't seen it, and you don't.
I haven't.
And you don't
so
want
I'm
to.
coming. No. From the start, when I saw the first trailer, when he was having a fucking sniper rifle on the... What is that about, by the way?
Oh, yeah, there's a... Right, we're jumping straight into it.
Jump straight in.
So for some reason, they seem more focused on getting imagery copying the comics
Oh, yeah.
than anything else. So him standing on the crane with the sniper rifle that in the Dark Knight Returns, because he's old and he's crippled.
Yeah.
He's got a sniper rifle. And he's like, guns for cowards, blah 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 blah. I can't believe I'm using one. And he just like shoots people in the legs and stuff.
Yeah.
In the film, he just shoots a tracker onto the back of a van. Well, it has to be an old rifle. I don't know why, but it just is.
Wow.
Yeah, there's several times where it's like, oh look, it's like this comic panel, over and over again. But
So it's not even tailoring towards like trying to get new people in. It's just trying to get the comic book fans in.
yeah, it's basically like,
Which works.
it's
But
basically
until you
Zack
piss
Snyder
off...
going like, look, I read comics.
Yeah, but it works until you piss off the comic book fans.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what are you doing?
Which they did very much.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, God.
Oh. Anyway, ask me a question, Dan. Just anything. Just shoot questions.
Okay. First of all, how long do they fight for, Joe? Batman versus Superman.
10 minutes tops.
Fuck's sake.
In a 2.5 hour film.
Oh my god.
Also, why is it Batman v Superman? Why is it not versus?
That is true. Maybe that's why. They're like Batman 5, Superman.
Everyone's saying it's a typo in a multi-million-dollar budget.
That'd be brilliant.
I don't know. Yeah, it's Batman v Superman rather than versus. But
Right.
everyone says versus because it makes
Yeah,
more sense.
I mean, you might...
No one says Dawn of Justice at the end either.
Oh, fucking no one cares.
They don't
about
even
it.
have that at the cinema. It was just Batman
Really?
v Superman. They didn't
Wow.
have the bloody ended title on it.
Okay, so this one is supposed to introduce all the League, aren't they?
Yes.
The Justice League. So how many people do they throw into the shit?
Well, Wonder Woman gets like a good 20 minutes.
Okay.
She's-
Isn't Cyborg supposed to be in it?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Oh, brilliant.
So basically, so Ben Affleck, he is invited to Lex Luthor's party, and then he's got Alfred on the comms, and he's like, I need to find Lex Luthor's database thing so I could get information off of it. And then he's got him in his earpiece, and then Clark Kent can hear him and stuff. So he knows what he's up to. And then he goes to the database, he gets this hard drive, and he copies all the files onto it and stuff, and it's untraceable, and blah, 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 blah. Then towards the end, he gives it to Wonder Woman, and then she's looking through it, and there's 4 files, one of them about her being seen, like, 200 years ago, helping people.
Right.
One of them about the Flash. He's did he have dreads? I can't remember.
What?
Can't quite remember. But he looked ill.
I was gonna say, I can't tell if that's really cool or really fucking dumb.
But he was in a supermarket, not a supermarket, like a 7-Eleven or something.
Okay.
Like the Spar, if you're in England.
Yeah,
You know what a
yeah.
Spar is. Not the other Spar, with an R. Yeah, and someone's holding him to catch it at gunpoint. Then you see him zoom, take him out, and zoom back to where he was.
All right.
That's that. That's the Flash. Then Aquaman, it's people deep sea diving, and then he just lurks out and stabs the camera.
Why?
Why not?
so
He doesn't want to be known.
How cool does he look? Because people have said he looks fucking awesome, and some people have said he looks like shit. Or do you not really get to see him properly?
You don't really see him properly.
Fair enough.
His eyes glow blue in the water, in the dark.
They've got to stop with that. I understand, but how does that look with the Batsuit, by the way?
It only applies to the armored one.
Yeah, but does it look cool in the fight? Or?
Yeah. They don't really explain why it's there either.
Oh, okay.
That was it. In the other one, Cyborg.
Yeah.
It's just the guy's top half of the body on a table, and then the guy experimenting with electronics, and then he has this cube that forms onto him, and he starts screaming into life, and that's that.
Wow.
So they're like, watch their films.
So they are legitimately just throwing in cameos. They're not even like these people are in the film.
It's not subtle. It's dedicated part of the movie to it.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
What a mess.
So that was interesting. Next question.
Okay, I should fucking write these down or something, man. I'm running out of ideas. Okay, so what is the consistent theme from like the start to beginning? Like, where does it go from there? What is the motivation other than just, oh man, I don't like Superman, I don't like Batman? Or is that it?
Pretty much. It's he's an alien. We're racist. Batman's like, oh, he's got too much power, and he threw Zod through Wayne Towers, and my best friend Jack was in it, instead of running away from the terraforming machines like a normal person would.
So is Jack actually a character in the comics or no?
I think he is, from what I remember.
But no,
he had a good minute on screen though. I mean, that was a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, he died, and then he saw Superman fighting Zod in the air, and he was like, "Oh, I gotta stop him." One day, wink, wink. 2 years later, and then Lex Luthor's like, "Yeah, I just hate everyone."
Oh god.
Um,
I can't go over Lex Luthor in that. Like, could they not at least cut his fucking hair off? His mop.
don't worry, they cut off at the end.
Oh, thank God.
They shave his head
hell.
so he's actually bald.
But he's still awful. Like, fucking hell.
Yeah, it's like the Joker knockoff.
No, but he's like the Joker, but not intimidating in the slightest.
He really isn't intimidating. He sends a jar of piss to someone. I mean...
Wow. Bloody run for the hills. Someone sent a jar of piss.
Right, they randomly cut to the scene where there are these two people scuba diving, and it's one of the crashed ships from Man of Steel, and they get a bit of rock or something, and they bring it to shore, and there's this guy who's like, ooh, and he breaks it open, and then there's kryptonite in it, even though they said there won't be kryptonite in this universe, but there's kryptonite in it.
Yeah.
So then Lex Luthor is like, I want that shit. That shit can ruin Krypton's Krypton. Superman. It can and then the senator, she's like, no, I'm cancelling this project. And he's like, okay, whatever. I won't kill you. Wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
And then she said something about you can send me a jar of piss and call it Granny's peach tea or something like that. I don't quite remember. So obviously later on, he sends her a jar of piss called Granny's peach tea and blows up the place. As a way to motivate Batman to steal the kryptonite to fight Superman. Because there's a guy in a wheelchair that doesn't look Superman for reasons not entirely clear, because he had a bit of beam falling on his legs and had to get them amputated.
Oh no. Oh god.
Yeah.
So, do you... What I'm wondering is... I feel like I already know the answer, but... The actual fight... Does it end with a victor, or, obviously, does it end with them just being like, oh, look, a new villain, here we go, let's fight them instead?
It's so dumb.
Oh, God.
Right, so they punch for a bit.
Yeah.
Right, so, like, Batman,
fisticuffs.
they're like, oh, look, it's the Dark Knight, so he hits him with some high-pitched sonar stuff, so he's hurt, and then he smashes them, and then he gets some turrets to fly up, and he starts shooting at him, and he just lasers them all. Oh, sorry, heat vision.
Yeah.
And then he just pushes Batman like 10 feet, gently brushes him, and he flies. And he flies him onto a rooftop, and then Batman's like, "Eat smoke grenade," and then he catches it, and then it has kryptonite gas in it, and then
Which is a thing.
Yeah.
Apparently.
He just made a gas form of the kryptonite. Yeah. And then he breathes that in. And he's like, oh no, I'm ill. Whatever, I can't do shit. So then Batman just punches him for a bit. And then all of a sudden Superman's like, yeah, this shit's not gonna affect me anymore. And then he punches him. Then he becomes weak again to it. And then Batman has him against the wall and is punching him, and then it's going from the hitting someone in the face to like hitting metal as he steadies up. Then they punch for a bit again. Kryptonite's not very explained very well, because he has it in his body, but he could just shrug it off. Apparently, I don't know if it's weaker in a gas form, but
they did that in one of the other Superman movies.
yeah,
where
Superman
he had
Returns.
where he had to hold a
like a
fucking
switch.
giant, like a fucking mountain,
and he got stabbed with
full of it,
and
it's
stabbed
fine.
Yeah. But then Batman, he makes a spear with kryptonite on the end.
Oh.
And then apparently being 2 feet towards that makes him super weak, and he can't shrug that off. So Batman cuts his face with it, and then he's like, "Save Martha!" And he's like, "Who?" "Save Martha!" His mum.
Yeah.
And then Batman's like, "Who is Martha?" Because his mum's called Martha. They're both their mums are called Martha.
Wow, they should team up.
That literally is it.
No, for fuck's sake.
Because he's like, how do you know that name? And then Lois runs in, and he's like, it's his mum. And he's like, my mum's called Martha too. We should be best friends.
Oh, for God's sake.
And then they stop fighting because of that.
Yeah.
That's why they stopped fighting, because his mum was called Martha.
That's worse than I thought. I thought, like, because who are the villains in it? Just list them off.
Lex, Doomsday,
and someone else, or
that's about it, really.
that's about it. Yeah, because I was assuming that Lex would obviously make him fuck, and then Doomsday would just be like, oh hi guys, I'm gonna kill everything. Not that they're gonna save him for the fucking Justice League movie or anything, because he's like the most,
Oh, no, yeah.
he's supposed to be fucking invincible or whatever.
Right, we'll talk about Doomsday. Fucking Doomsday. So he gets Zod's body, and he cuts his hand, and mixes biological genes to make Doomsday.
Right.
For some reason, the ship would just let him do that.
Yeah.
He had to cut off Zod's fingerprints to access the ship. And so they just let him give full reign, even if he didn't have it anymore.
Wow.
So Superman's like, I gotta stop this guy. So he punches him into, he starts punching him towards space.
Yeah.
Which is a smart idea, to be honest.
Yeah.
And it reminds me of my first ever comic book, which is, I think it was Reign of Superman. It came after Death of Superman.
Alright.
And it's when Superman came back as half a robot.
Oh, yeah.
And he grabs Doomsday, flies him into space, puts him on a meteorite in the Jesus position, and just chains him to it and just kicks him off into space.
Fucking hell.
So dumb, but I'm so nostalgic for it. It's great. So he is punching him towards space. Then the president's like, "We can nuke them." And the reason why he said they can nuke him, that they can nuke him, was because they're high enough in the air. But immediately I was like, "But what about the fallout?"
Yeah.
Because that would just ruin Metropolis.
That's kind of you can't be that stupid.
It's like you remember Bikini Island, right?
Yeah.
There isn't a Bikini Island anymore.
Oh my! It's just like, how can I get that? No. Who thinks nukes are a good idea? Even in real life, we're like, nukes are fucking stupid. Don't use them. It's fucking dumb.
No.
It's gonna do more harm than good, obviously.
But
it's like, why is that a last contingency? It's never gonna work.
But yeah, they're ignoring the fallout. There's no fallout apparently in these
No,
these
it
new
won't
nukes
hurt
they've
anyone.
made. So they're sent
In
that
America
up
with all their nukes.
while Superman's punching Doomsday trying to fly away from this fucking nuke. Then it eventually hits Superman, and then they recreate the scene with Dark Knight Returns when he takes a nuke to the face, and he's all like withered and shit and weak. Then he shrugs that off. And then he flies back to Earth, where Doomsday is fighting Batman, and he's all like, "Rah!" And he shreds off his skin to reveal those slight bones to give the slight resemblance to the comic book version. And then Batman's like, "I need my spear," but what happened? Lois Lane threw it in the water for some reason. So now she has to go and get it, but oh no! Doomsday knocked over a building, trapping her under the water. She's drowning! Oh no! So then Superman flies down, flicks open the fucking rubble, pulls her out, then swims down himself to get the kryptonite spear, making him weak. And then he's all like, "I gotta do it." And she's like, "No! Don't be dumb!" And he's like, "Yeah, for some reason I'm the only one that can do it," rather than Wonder Woman, who's like hacking him away. She's like, she took off his hand. It grew into like a bone spear, like a Senator Armstrong in the Chechenistan DLC. Do you remember?
Oh yeah.
Like that. But yeah, I'm sure she could have killed him quite easily, to be honest. But she was like, "No, I gotta do this." So he flies at him with the kryptonite spear and then rams him through the chest. But then Doomsday spears Superman through the chest with his new spike. And then Superman rams it even further through him. And then he dies. And then Superman dies. And they're like, "Oh no. I don't care."
Wow.
Why couldn't you just get Wonder Woman to just lob it at his heart or something?
Yeah.
Why did this need to be a thing?
Oh, so
You idiot.
how do they introduce Wonder Woman then? As my
She's just at the party as Diana Prince.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake.
And then they're like, "Ooh, this lady's been around for a few hundred years."
Cool.
And then she's on Turkish Airlines because that's one of their sponsors.
Oh, for God. Oh, no.
And then she's like, "What's that on the news?" "Oh, I gotta go." And then she suits up. And then the whole point of them killing Superman was to form the Justice League, even though I was sure they would have formed the Justice League when they defeated Doomsday anyway. But because they're BFFs now, remember? Because their mum's called Martha. Yeah, he's dead. And then they go to his grave, and Lois is like, "I loved him." And then she has a handful of dirt, and she just puts it on his coffin. I mean,
Just as.
could have just put it all
Oh
on.
my God.
but-
I have a picture of Doomsday here, right? You know, Michael Bay's Ninja Turtles?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
He also looks like one of the trolls from Lord of the Rings.
yeah, I see that actually.
Um,
Oh no.
yeah, she puts that
Sorry,
handful of
go
dirt on the coffin, and then
Mm.
and then she walks away, and it cuts back to the coffin, and you see the dirt start the rise out for a second. So he's alive, meaning that was utterly pointless. And it also means we know he can't die.
Yeah. So, no. Alright, so here's quite an interesting one. How is the acting throughout all of them? Affleck's not bad, apparently, but how is everyone else? Good.
Jesse Eisenberg is very eccentric.
Right. Is the word for it.
Ben Affleck just looked bored to me. Through most of it. Diana Prince doesn't really say much. I can't remember what her actual name is. Who else is in it? That's it. Henry Cavill. He was the same as the last film. Really, he was just like, I think Superman's pretty cool. Wink.
Wink, wink.
I like Perry White by Lawrence Fishburne. It's the only character I like. Yeah, it was a bit all over the place. I will say this though, Batman is just straight up killing people.
What? So he legitimately kills
Yeah,
someone?
he just straight up kills people. I mean,
Wow.
like multiple people.
Wow.
So there's this bit when he's chasing these guys that has the kryptonite in the back of the van, and he just rams into the side of one car that sends it spiraling into some rubble on the roof.
Yeah.
They should be dead, but they're like, "Are you alright?" "Yeah, I'm good." But then Batman grapples the back of it onto the back of the Batmobile and starts just flinging it around behind him with the guy still inside.
Oh my god.
And then he makes it flip over onto another car with more guys in. And then there's one bit when he bursts through a wall and grabs the guy with a shotgun, and points at another guy who has a flamethrower pointed at Martha, Superman's Martha.
Oh,
Not dead Martha, the alive Martha.
Yeah.
And then he's like, if you shoot me, I'll kill her or whatever. He's like, I know. So he shoots his canister and just blows up the place,
Yeah, you
killing
can't...
2 people.
I was gonna say, you can't just go, oh, they'll be crippled or some shit. No, they're fucking, it's an explosion right next, they're dead.
It's on his back.
That's ridiculous.
And then there's the dream sequence. There's 2 dream sequences. The first one's a jump scare.
Oh, for fuck. What? No, please.
Yeah,
seriously?
He goes to see his parents' grave, and then there's some really thick blood coming out of it. He's like, what the fuck? And then it looked like Man-Bat or something just burst through, and then he wakes up.
Okay.
Well, there's technically 3 dream sequences. There's one inside of a dream. There's Dreamception. And the other one was the one in the trailer with the desert. And there's all the power demons and dark side. You don't know that, but but yeah, in that one, he's just murdering. He's snapping necks. He's grabbing people's guns and just mowing down people.
Wow.
And then there's he just kills people.
So, you know they're just gonna be like, oh, like no one died though. Would you think it would be a cool idea if they just made a series of, just a Batman film where he just fucking Deadpools everyone and murders them?
Well, there's some alternate universes where, like in one, Bruce Wayne died rather than his parents, and Thomas Wayne took up the Batman role, and he's murdering everyone, and Martha Wayne goes a bit psychotic and becomes the Joker of that universe. And there's another one when it's the same Batman, but after Robin died. Oh, we'll get back to that. When Robin died, he just snapped and murdered all of his villains.
Oh wow.
But yeah, you know the shot where he's looking miserable at his bat suit, and then he's walking away, and there's the Robin suit with "ha ha ha" jokes on you on it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Wait, what? Really?
They might as well just write on it "Suicide Squad"
Oh,
or something. There was
sake.
no need for that shot.
Oh no. So literally,
There's nothing like Alfred being like, "Do you miss Robin?" He's like, "Yeah, I miss Robin." None of that.
Nope. Ah, just
Well, it's not like I haven't been the same since Robin's gone.
there's no monologue of it at all.
No,
He's
it's just like, and then walks away.
oh my god.
Really, I wanted him to walk away and be like, "Alfred, have you been painting on my suits again?" Or something like that.
The thing is that how I imagine Batman, how they did it in the Dark Knight films weren't too bad, because they showed what happened in the past. They showed it, and then they cut to obviously Batman, but because he looks so grumpy all the time, there's a reason for that, you know.
Yeah.
But if you don't show it, and he just looks fucking bored rather than grumpy, it's come on. It's like portraying Master Chief in a way. How do you mess that up? It's a guy in a fucking helmet. All he's got to do is make an expression. But if the if the director can't, portray that onto the character, it's like, what's the point?
Oh, I know, but it does start with a Bruce Wayne origin story.
They've got to stop doing that.
Yeah, it starts with his parents dying, and it's all arty and in slow motion, and when his dad's like, "Martha," like he's trying to copy Citizen Kane with Rosebud and stuff.
Oh god!
And then it cuts to them in the going to see his grave, and then Bruce Wayne's like, "Wow, my parents are dead," and runs away, and then he falls down the hole, and then the bats come out, and I shit you not, they come out, fly around in a circle, lifting him up off the ground.
Oh my god. Joe, I think I just puked in my mouth a little bit then.
It's a sight to see.
You know what is funny? The fact that they've died so many fucking times. They've showed us Martha and whatever the hell. No one cares about Thomas Wayne dying so many times. No one cares anymore.
Nah.
We know. We don't need to be shown it. How long does that go on for?
Like 5 minutes.
5-10 minutes. That's 5 or 10 minutes they could have had fighting. You know what they didn't do? Fight.
They punched for a bit. They found out both their mums got Martha. Now they're best friends, but one of them's dead. But he's not.
Okay. So I think the only other thing I can think of, the last question I guess is what I can think of anyway. But how do you think all the action and the fighting, like the fighting and all the CG and shit, how was it?
Alright.
Was it enjoyable? It was okay?
I mean, at the end, it went on for way too long, like Man of Steel.
Ah, God, yeah.
I see they just go like, just get it over with, just kill him.
I still honestly refuse to watch that movie because all I hear is the second half's okay, the first half's shit. So.
Yeah, Kevin Costner's in this one again.
Alright.
His dead dad, his second dead dad. Sorry. Superman's got too many parents.
He does. He really does.
Russell Crowe's not in it, luckily.
Yeah. But he was enjoyable. I think I'd enjoy him more if he was. Oh, God. I think that honestly wraps it up. I can't think of a single other thing to...
Well, Superman kills people too.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he kills one guy, and everyone said, "Oh no, he didn't kill him. He definitely killed him." So, Lois Lane, she's gone to see some terrorists. She's like, "Hey, I'm a reporter. Are you terrorists?" And they're like, "What?"
That's some April O'Neil shit,
She literally says that. "Are you a terrorist?"
Oh, for fucking hell.
Then they find out that there's a tracer in the camera, and they keep her hostage. Well, Superman comes down, and then there's some men that turn out to be working for Lex Luthor, and they gun down all the terrorists. And Superman flies into the room that Lois Lane's in, and she lets go of the guy who has her at gunpoint. And Superman just super speeds flies into him and just flies him through several walls. He's dead. He's very much dead.
He's very
I don't
dead.
care how much you say that you didn't kill anyone. He's dead. He's just a man.
It's like, what was the official, like... Yeah, because there's no defending him, because he fucking killed Zod as well. Like, straight up, in the first Man of Steel.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone was, like, really concerned about that. What was... I don't know the general reaction, but what were people in the cinema like when that happened? Just like,
Well, they didn't. I don't know. A lot of them didn't really take notice of it. But I'm like, what the? He's dead.
He's fucking dead.
And then later on, everyone's like, "Oh, Superman killed all those terrorists." For a start, they're terrorists. You're gonna kill them anyway.
Yeah.
And second of all, why would Superman use a gun? Just laser all their heads off.
I honestly think that they either need to seriously realize that the modern day comic books need to like adapt to that, the idea of actually either killing or having, I don't know, some fucked up morality that will affect them later if they do kill. But you can't just have it so, oh, he never kills at all, never. Even if people are gonna die, you know, it's not his fault. He can't kill.
You have to get on to season 2 of Daredevil. They that's really good. They have a whole courtroom bit about the Punisher. That's fun.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
I recommend it.
Okay, I can't. They're doing. What are they doing with the Punisher? Is it a TV show or a movie? I forget.
He's just gonna appear and stuff, I think.
I thought they were actually doing a show for him, or was that just rumored?
No, it's still rumored.
Okay, because the Punisher is the one fucking character, other than sort of Deadpool, yeah, but the Punisher just goes way over the top, and it's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, that's great.
It's oh my god.
I was reading one of his volumes. He was amazing in it.
It's ridiculous
It's like,
how.
oh no, it's Electro. I'll just use rubber bullets instead and just start shooting him with it.
It's ridiculous.
It's great.
I love those crossovers as well. The Punisher is there. They designed that character just to fucking kill people, and it's brilliant. It's like Doom Guy being placed in the DC universe.
Yeah,
I mean, what do you expect him to do? You say they made a Punisher movie that we don't talk about the other ones. I haven't watched them properly, but
I haven't
say
seen
you
them.
make a good one where it's just you just stick him in. You go to the cinema, you watch him shoot the fuck out of people. You have fun. Like, it's simple. Like, that's all you want. And with Batman, you'd think it would be a similar concept. You see him, you see him defend.
That is murdering people.
Yeah, you see him beat up thugs. You see him save people. You see a bit of morality in there. No, he just it's so fucking convoluted, and it has no reason to be.
I mean, Batman's killed at the other films, but not.
Yeah.
Well, other than 89 Batman, not completely on purpose.
What are you talking about?
Bombs down pants.
Fucking, I still can't get over the episode where Joker gets a UFO in the 80s one.
The 80s,
It's
right?
brilliant.
What?
No.
Do you mean the 60s?
Yeah, the 60s.
Batman.
I'm sorry.
I was like, what? What did
It
that?
was the
When did
80s,
Jack
that would be
Nicholson get a UFO? I remember that.
I wish he did. That'd be brilliant. Oh god. But no, it's. Is there anything else you have to say? Not in defense of this movie, but about this movie. Is it? Well, yeah. Is there anything to say in defense of this movie?
I'm trying to think of a good bit.
I'll take that as a no.
And they're really shit at keeping water. You know that bit in the trailer when Lois Lane's taking a bath and Superman jumps in?
Oh yeah.
They just throw water all over the place. I'm like, what the fuck? Just wasting water.
What the fuck? That is such a waste. It's gonna go right through the floor.
That's why I hate this film, really. Just for that scene.
Yeah. It all comes down to that one scene.
So much water. Just quick. Hot water as well. So expensive.
Oh god. So are you vented, Joe? Have you vented all of it?
One more thing. Right, so they blow up a building with a senator in it. Because they wanted to put Superman on trial or something. And then there's Mr.
Yeah.
Wheelchair Man, who had his legs cut off and hates Superman for some reason. That's still not entirely explained.
Or another.
I don't know why. But Lex Luthor sees him and he's like, I could give you new legs. He doesn't really, but he just puts him in a new wheelchair. Turns out that there's a bomb in the wheelchair, so he just blows up the place, and obviously the only one standing is Superman because he's indestructible and apparently can come back from death. But he's just standing there, and everyone's like, was Superman part of the plan? Blah de blah de blah de blah. For a start, why did he kill the person that's defending him? And
Yeah.
and he said to Lois, "Is like, I didn't know he was there because I didn't look at him." I'm thinking, probably could have smelt it, or,
Yeah, a little bit.
or heard it ticking or something. You didn't have to look at him.
You probably could have heard a giant fucking
I
explosion.
mean, the first season of Daredevil, he sniffed like a specific amount of dynamite in a box, like in one episode.
Like, that shit stinks.
That was amazing. It's like 18 sticks of dynamite in that box there. Shit, no, that was one episode.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, what? How does that work?
Oh, God.
Anyway, I think I'm done.
Yep. Ooh, vent that rage, Joe. Vent it.
No, it's a
Ooh.
matter movie.
Right, so we can't wait to see Justice League.
Solo
And,
Batman next.
Yeah.
Or was
Oh,
it Wonder
really?
Woman?
Are they doing that?
No, it's Wonder Woman next. No, Suicide Squad first, then Wonder Woman. Then Batman.
I have nothing to say
And they
about
might
Wonder
reboot it. Rumours were a couple of months ago that
already.
this has had such poor reception at the
Mm.
previews that they might just reboot the franchise. They might do the Batman and then work from there.
Again, if they reboot it, they need to do something new because otherwise I'm just gonna get sick of this shit.
But
Like-
Lego Batman film looks good. I like Will
I did watch a trailer for that. That looked fucking
that looks
funny,
fun.
actually. But exactly, but that looks fun. But like, that's new. That's something different.
Yeah.
And yet, the actual DC can't do that shit for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't know. But if they kick off Zack Snyder, they might get something. Add
that's
some
true.
kind of colour.
Hopefully. Right. Bye.
Imagine if they got back Joel Schumacher,
Ooh.
who made Batman Forever and Batman and Robin.
Ooh. Ooh.
Imagine if they did that. Think of the outrage.
Ooh.
Imagine if they brought Heath Ledger back from the dead. Oh my god.
And Arnold can come back and
Yeah.
ice people.
Be an old Mr. Freeze. That'd be amazing.
Oh.
Do it, DC.
Do
I
it
will pay
now.
for that ticket.
We will all pay for that.
Yes. Right. See this movie if you want to.
See this
Not
movie,
anyone's
we would not
watching it,
recommend
but-
it.
I don't know. Well, that's one more hate video in the pile.
Yep. That is all. Clap, clap, boom.
Yes.
Done. And stop.